can explore, save, and share recipes from your favorite foodie influencers. Save to collections, create free meal plans, and shop the ingredients you need with ease. On Food Social, we make it easy to find great recipes, get your ingredients, and connect with hundreds of trusted creators.
Hey Michelle, happy Monday.
Good morning, afternoon. It just barely hit afternoon for me.
Oh, you could say good morning. We're making coffee today. I'm so excited.
You're making coffee. I am hairs up, aprons on. I am working on a very fall forward kind of recipe that we can talk about in a moment. But
Oh, I'd love to be sipping a cup of coffee in your kitchen and just watching you work. That's my idea of a good time. That would be great.
it's gonna start smelling pretty good in here, I will say.
Oh.
I made a pumpkin recipe over the weekend that's a family fave, and it was just like, there's something about that smell that, even though that means summer's coming to a close,
Oh.
it's okay.
Yeah, I'm at peace with it. Fall's
I
beautiful
know.
here. I like the cooler temps and
Yeah.
the coziness that comes with it.
I know.
Yeah.
We can do it. We do it every year. Been doing it for over 60 years. I guess I'll keep doing it.
Yeah. It's baking season too, which I think is like my favorite, right?
Oh, I love to bake, as you know. I love it. So it's all good. It's time in the kitchen for me is well spent no matter what. So
Agreed. Well, if you're new joining us here, whether you're seeing us on Instagram, LinkedIn, Shop app, YouTube, or our market, you can join the chat. Just drop us a line wherever you are. I'm monitoring all of them while we're broadcasting here. I'd love to hear from you if you have comments, thoughts, questions for either of us. We love the
please,
conversation.
yes, please do.
And normally we would do a taste test Tuesday, but I believe we're going to have Haley on the show tomorrow. Haley, my wife and partner at Primal Palate, also co-founder of Food Social.
Yeah.
I don't know what she's doing yet, but I'll figure that out with her later.
Well, it's okay. That's kind of the way we roll. It
Yeah.
works. So keeping it just totally transparent here. We're just catching us live. You're catching us live.
I love it. And so today I'm going to show you all how I just make a cup of coffee. I'm going to do it a little bit differently than I normally do it. And Michelle, you have something in progress, but it's a bigger thing, right? Like we're not going to
I do. So many may not know, but right now we're in the middle of our apple versus pumpkin promo campaign. So we have some sponsoring brands, one of which is Maizly, one is Primal Palette, and one is Argelos olive oil. But today I'm working on a pumpkin forward using the chocolate Maizly. This is my mother-in-law's sweet oil recipe that for years we made for the holidays. But I have been able to magically work with it and turn it into so many fun things. And so since it calls for milk, I'm using the chocolate Maizly milk for this recipe. And it's performing well so far. I was just telling you before we got on that the yeast bloomed. And so I have a very pumpkin-y bread dough that I'm excited to roll out. And I always do a half batch. This is a half batch.
Really?
I always run with a half batch when I'm testing out a recipe first, just so that I don't risk as many ingredients. And it's usually a good sign. So this is a half batch, but it'll probably make about a dozen pumpkin sweet rolls with chocolate on the inside, flavored with pumpkin pie spice, and just very fall forward. So, because for me, pumpkin and chocolate, they pair so well together.
Yeah. Now I'm a little confused because I thought you were Team Apple for the fall, but you're kicking. Is this your first recipe that you're making for the campaign?
That I'm testing. I have 3 others planned, 3 other apple recipes planned.
Amazing. Well, it'll tip in their favor.
Yeah, but this one I thought it's easy enough to get in progress and test it because the dough needs to rest a little bit before I give it a spin and let it bake. So I thought I'd try it before we hopped on. And so far, much like all the other Maizly recipes I have done, it performs like any other dairy-free type milk or milk in general. I have really enjoyed working with it. I've made ice creams, I've made dressings to go on salads. So
And wait, did
great.
you say that you used the chocolate one in that recipe?
Yeah, in my chocolate waffle cone butter ice cream,
Hmm.
it's a no-bake chocolate, it's a no-bake ice cream, so you don't have to cook it. It's just you blend it all up in the blender, high-speed blender, and then put it in your, chill it and freeze it. And yeah, I used the chocolate Maizly for that. That's what makes it chocolate.
That's so
And then the waffle cone butter makes it even tastier, I think.
Mm, that sounds
One
delicious.
of my other recipes. So,
Yeah, very cool. Well, I'm glad that we were able to sort of peek into your kitchen while you're making that today.
yeah, it's just that kind of a day.
I love
So yeah.
Speaking of that kind of a day, I thought I would make coffee because right around 2 o'clock every day, I need a little bit more caffeine.
Little something something.
A little coffee shop set up over here. And full transparency, I will normally use something like this Maizly, the original, right? Which is
Hmm.
Michelle, as you just sort of alluded to, I actually think that these might be the best analogs to conventional like cow's milk out of all the plant-based milks. I've tried so many. I've tried
Same.
almond milk, oat,
I've tried them all. I've
hemp.
tried making my own. I've tried all the things, believe me.
I mean,
And
so there's almond, oat, hemp, what soy milk, of course.
mhm.
What else is
Yeah,
there? There's got to
I've tried making my own oat milk, and that's a disaster just
be.
waiting to happen because the slime factor is a real thing. So to those that make the oat milk that serve oat lovers, I love that for them. I did not enjoy making it at home, but I have used many brands, and there are some really quality dairy-free milks. Obviously, I did a lot of dairy-free recipes for years, but Maizly, I've tried it in so many different modalities over the last couple of months, and it just performs as you would expect,
Yeah.
as a cow's milk alternative. So I am impressed because I can speak to decades of trying that there are some that don't perform well.
Yeah, I'm new to Maizely. I've just started using it in my kitchen and
Yeah,
immediately impressed with
yeah,
taste and texture. And like so much of what we talk about on this show comes back to taste and texture, and so
yeah,
very impressed.
yeah.
So let's make some coffee, right? Because
Please.
I'm dying for some coffee. So I guess to start, if you've never used a French press, I've got the cutest little 1 cup press.
That's very cute. I don't have a small one like that,
I
but
I just washed it, so it doesn't look clean, but that's just a little bit of water on it. So if you've never used one of these, you've basically got a disc down here, like that sort of stamps it down. You've got a mesh ring.
mhm.
You've got a spring-loaded strainer, and then this just like is the cap, and you can pour through it.
Yeah.
I've already got my coffee in here. There are so many amazing coffees in our market, and if you want
Yeah.
to check them out, use code FS Live for 15% off. One of my favorites, I'll throw it up here on the show, is this Portrait Coffee Founders Roast.
Mm.
Oh my god! And I'm more of a medium roast person. I don't love
Yeah.
dark, bold roasts.
I'm a
Um,
medium as well.
yeah,
Same.
and I prefer to do my own flavoring. So that coffee to me is my favorite that I've tried on the market so far. So I've got some water here. It's a little bit off boil now. You can see one of these little
Oh,
swan neck teapots with the
I
top.
love that. I need to get one of those.
These
It's
are
got
so
the top.
great. So I've done all kinds of coffee. I've done traditional espresso machines. I had a Gaggia. I've had
Mm.
a manual espresso machine, the rock one, where you kind of pull the handles down. It's sort of like an
Yeah.
AeroPress. I've
Yeah.
done Mocha pot. I've done the Chemex. I've done conventional coffee machines. French press, I have landed on. It's my jam. So
Yeah.
I've got a
Great.
heaping tablespoon of coffee in here. And the reason why I have this swan neck is because when you would do a pour over in the Chemex, is that the technique there is you kind of want the coffee to like bloom and then do it.
Oh,
We're not
sure.
necessarily
That
going to.
makes,
We're not going to wait around for that, but that's what you do. And so you can do like a nice controlled pour,
yeah,
doing that. And then typically I'm going to wait like maybe 2 or 3 minutes and let that just
yeah,
brew. Again, we're not going to really wait here today. I'm just going to do it long enough to say it. And then I'm going to slip that in there like that. And then you probably can't see it that well from that angle, but all you do is just push the plunger down.
yeah.
And like I think most people out there know what a French press is, but if you don't, we're not going to gatekeep this one.
No.
It is an inexpensive way to make coffee, and you just push this plunger down slowly. You want the coffee grounds to end up in your cup of coffee.
That's not a good thing.
This won't be the strongest cup of coffee I've ever had, and that's okay because it's a little bit after 2 here on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Oh, how
And
I
I'm
wish.
continuing with my dough, so don't
Keep
mind
going.
me.
I know. I
I'm
wish.
But I just need a little bit more flour into this dough, and so I can let it rest.
The need to need.
The need to need.
And then my favorite coffee cup. This was Haley's grandmother's, and
Oh,
I remember when coffee cups. Michelle, you've probably even seen this one at my house.
probably, yeah.
When mugs were this size, it's just my favorite.
Yes.
Mugs are huge now.
Now they're like 20 ounces or bust. Like,
I get it, but
I
yeah,
know.
this coffee is so weak, but that's okay. And then I've also pre-steamed some of the chocolate Maizly.
Oh, you're gonna go the chocolate. That'll be yummy.
Yeah, so I'm gonna
I
do
love
like,
a good mocha. Yeah.
oh, and I was gonna pre-froth this. I don't know. The original didn't froth like crazy the other day, but sometimes I'll introduce just a little bit of air.
Yeah.
So you can get just a little bit of viscosity here. Let's see if I can
I
get.
know it. Most of the trade shows that Maizly's at, they are serving up lattes with foam. So I don't know if they have a. I know your frother makes a huge difference, and mine does not have a lot of gusto. So,
This one doesn't either, and we used to have like we had it at Starbucks, I guess, but we had a frother that was like a pitcher, and the wire
oh,
on the bottom, and
yeah.
that made like barista style foam, and that was really nice.
I want to go to barista school, Bill. I want to learn
Ooh,
all the things. I don't even know if that's a thing, but it just fascinates me. It's just such an interesting thing.
whoa! The chocolate Maizly is so good.
I know. That's why I was so intrigued to try it in this dough that I'm making. Even though it doesn't look chocolatey, it has chocolate hues to it because it's got chocolate milk.
Wow, and it's sweetened. It's not overly sweetened, so I'm going to add a little bit more to my coffee.
Right. Not That's what I liked about it is that it's not cloyingly sweet. It is a sweetened
Mhm.
chocolate milk, but not in your face assaulting, you know?
Yeah. Wow, I love that. So I add a little bit more because I take things pretty sweet. Don't judge me. Um,
Me too.
I've got a little afternoon mocha. That's delightful. I can't believe how good that is plain. Like
Yeah.
so good. You could steam that and throw a couple marshmallows in it and do hot chocolate for the kids. Like it's a one ingredient recipe right there. It would be
Yeah.
so good. Oh, Cole
Yeah,
says
there's a reason they're successful in Europe. I'll just say that. And they are newer to the US market, so not a lot of people have heard of them. And I think Tony, you and Bill, no, you're Bill, you and Tony at Expo West ran into them, and I don't know if that was their first launch into the US was at Expo West, but I know it was like immediately like we want you on our market, and we love that we're getting to help them make a presence here in the US. So very cool.
yeah, these products are excellent. I'm so excited. I took away the second view, but I'll throw them up here on the screen again. If you want to grab these, you can get them on our marketplace. Use code FS Live. I'll put the original up in the show now.
Yeah.
I'm just so impressed as a cook, as somebody who we don't normally. I mean, we do. We have cow's milk around for baking recipes, of course, right? But oh my gosh, like that's the best plant-based substitute I've ever had, and you'd be really hard pressed to even come close to this. I think it's so good.
I agree. So my dough, I will say it's performing like the dough would normally when I use standard milk. So it's a pumpkin spice, and I used your primal palette, the pumpkin pie spice in it to give it a little. My mother-in-law's original recipe uses mashed potatoes in her
Really?
recipe.
Okay.
But in this, I'm using pumpkin puree instead of mashed potatoes. So there's a little bit of an altering of how much flour I have to use because the consistency.
Hydration.
But it was worthy of trying with her recipe because it's so solid that I thought I'm just going to give this a go. So so far, it's performing like I would expect it to. That is awesome.
That is so cool. Coming to your food social profile soon.
It will. It will. I have got this week. I have many. Like I said, I have 3 apple recipes to go, and we'll see if I get beyond that. But that's my target this week, is to get that far into the contest because we want apple to kind of pull ahead this year. Not gonna lie.
Wow. Nope.
Nothing against pumpkin.
Yeah.
Because here I'm making a pumpkin one, but apple needs to be heralded just as much for the fall.
Yeah.
And I have my apple sitting right here. They're next. I'm making an apple one after this.
Yeah, I don't know how unbiased I need to be, but I really feel like apples season is much longer than pumpkin season. I'm probably not supposed to say that, having, being a campaign sponsor and having both apple pie spice and pumpkin pie spice.
No, but you're right, because I feel like pumpkin is from here through Halloween, and then maybe a little into Thanksgiving, but then you're like off to the races. Then you're like, pumpkin's a gone thing, and you're into cranberries, apples, and those kind of flavors for the rest of the holiday, and then even into the next year. So I get it.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait to see how the campaign shakes out, and join us again tomorrow. We're going to have Haley from Primal Palette on the show, where we'll be talking about probably some baking topic, but
great. I love that.
We'll see what she wants to talk about. And we're here every weekday at 2 p.m. Eastern on Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, Shop app, and on our market. So on our app, just click the Shop tab. We love your comments. We saw your comments today. People saying hello over on Instagram, people chatting in the market.
I'm so glad.
Yeah, I love to see it. So, okay, well, we'll be back again tomorrow. And Michelle, good luck with your recipe.
Thank you. I am thrilled. I'm so excited. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow.
All right, see you later. Bye, everybody.
Bye.